You know, we all go through seasons. We all go through seasons of change, and we go through hard seasons and easy seasons. But it's just like the real seasons, you know? We all go through seasons of winter and summer, and unless you live in like California or something, but then you have to pay the bills, and from what I've heard, that's not so easy. But normally you would go through the seasons changing, right? Well, one thing that God's been showing me today, it's a beautiful Sunday, it's a couple days after Christmas, and it has been the most beautiful week. I actually took 5 days off, and I spent this whole time just with my kids enjoying an absolutely beautiful week. And we went to church today, and I came home and I went out on the land and decided to take a walk and just spend some time with God. Well, since I've been out here, maybe an hour or so, there has been a drastic temperature change. I came out here and it was warm and perfect and the wind's blowing, but then all of a sudden the temperature changed. It got really chilly, and it really made me think, maybe you're in a place where you feel like life is just stagnant, nothing's really happening. Maybe you just feel like nothing's ever going to change. But here's the thing, maybe God's waiting on you. You know, maybe God's waiting for you to open your Bible more often, or pray more often, or seek Him more often. You know, maybe God's waiting on you. Maybe you've got to get to a place where things can change. Maybe the seasons around you are changing, but maybe you can't really comprehend it because you're still staying in your comfort zone. You know, maybe it's time to seek God and say, God, I desire change. What do you need me to do to get ready for that change? See, God's been telling me for a year and a half that I'm moving into a new season. I've been doing YouTube for over a year and a half, and guess what? Nothing has really, the channel hasn't really grown. I had to give up my second job to really have time for YouTube and for remodeling my house, but I kept trusting God. God kept saying, hey, you may not be able to tell yet, but the season has changed. So as time has gone on, just like the weather, just like being outside, I had to get outside to know that the weather was really changing. I had to get out of my comfort zone and really trust God. And then when it was God's timing, things started to change. So I hope this encourages you. Maybe if you really want your life to change and your season to change, start by asking God, how do I play my part? And then as He guides you, you let Him work on you. Whether it's comfortable or not, chances are it's going to be uncomfortable. God has a plan. He just needs your cooperation.